over there.
It's all right, sir, take your time.
To the Honorable Judge Doran, I'm writing this letter to gain some understanding and speak on my own behalf. I want you to know that I know the severity of these crimes and that I have been convicted of. And if I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't have wasted 2 years of yours, mine, or the ADA's time. I would have taken the 10 years. I want to point out, if I had I just want to say that I do know the severity of these charges, and I have given it a lot of thought. I punished myself more than anything behind this because it should never happen. Jhomiel Brown was my friend at one point. He was my friend, and what I'm involved in right now should never happen. I got his family over there that I'm sorry. My mom is here. She's been here every single time in this court. And I feel like I let her down. I let all my family down because I put myself in this situation. That I'm 36 years old. I should be looking at 50 years of my life. That's the rest of my life. I'm 36 years old. 50 years, I will die in jail. Like I should be in this situation. But I am. And I apologize because I know you have to do your job, Hudson. I know you have to do your job. And he had to do his job by representing. And I felt the system, I felt everybody by my actions. And I'm sorry, especially to y'all, because like I said, he was one of my best friends at one point. We did fall apart at one point. Y'all shouldn't have to go through this. My family shouldn't have to go through this. I shouldn't be going through this, but I am. You know. I have 2 kids. I have a 12-year-old, he just turned 13. I have a 4-year-old that turns 5 next month. And I'm about to miss out on so much of their life that I already missed out in the last 2 years. This is killing me more than anybody. I don't like, a lot of people don't understand when they go through this, the feeling of going through this. But I understand now. I used to sit back and be like, dang, he's going through a lot right now. And I didn't take it as serious as I'm taking it now. And it's crushing me right now. Because like I said, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't have been in this situation. And I apologize to the court, and I apologize to everybody that's involved. That's all I got to say right now.
And Judge, I will repeat what I say in that document. My client exercised his right to go to a trial. Yes, he was made offers, and he exercised his right to go to a trial. We are asking that you not punish him for having gone to that trial.
We all sat through the trial in this case, and we all saw what Mr. Powell did. This is one of the most brutal crimes that I've seen in my time as a prosecutor. And that was never more apparent than watching the body-worn camera footage of Mr. Brown after what Mr. Powell did to him. Watching him sitting in his underwear with socks duct taped to his ankles as he's sobbing and there's blood pouring from his face and there's holes in his mouth where his teeth used to be. He barely is acting like anything human. He's completely broken at that point, and that's because of what Mr. Powell did. And we saw how much of an impression doing that to Mr. Brown left on Mr. Powell. His own text messages from just a couple hours later, he doesn't care. He cares about getting out, and as soon as he got out, got away from where Mr. Brown was held, where Mr. Brown was tortured and beaten and had his teeth ripped out. So we're good looking. Because that was it. That was all he cared about, was himself. Was doing what he wanted to do. And Mr. Brown's humanity meant nothing compared to that. Now, Your Honor, given all of that, this requires a significant sentence. Court's offering 20 years after Mr. Brown testified. A lot changed since then, too. The court saw the DNA evidence. It saw the text messages removing any shred of doubt that Mr. Powell did exactly what we accused him of doing. But more than any of that, Mr. Powell then got up on the stand and he lied. He looked at that jury and he told them a story that he knew was false. Everyone in this courtroom knew it was false because everybody else in the car that abducted Jhomiel Brown has told that story. Liz Clapper, Jennifer Grosso, even Nate Chuck pled guilty. There was no doubt that he was there when Mr. Brown was kidnapped, none. And he still took the stand and he lied to you. On top of all of that, once the verdict came in, he lost his cool and he punched a hole in the wall. This is a man who was not at all prepared to accept what he did to another human being. But Your Honor, we submit that the time's come for that. For torturing Mr. Brown, for completely destroying his humanity on that night.
There were certain offers made throughout the course of the case by the people and even by the court during the trial. And this is not a trial tax or punishing someone for exercising their right to trial. Everyone has that right. That's completely appropriate. But the reality is that there is some value in resolving a case before the jury has to go through the process of deliberations, before all the evidence is explored and vetted, and before we get to this point of sentencing today. And this court had the opportunity to review and to see what happened after and the rest of the case, including Mr. Powell's testimony. So this sentence is not punishing Mr. Powell for going to trial. It's punishing Mr. Powell for the completely barbaric assault and kidnapping of Mr. Brown.